Hey there, you're watching us right here on Bernama. Today, my guest in the studio with me is the very adventurous Jeshurun Vincent. Welcome to the show, Jeshurun. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good. It's so good to have you in the studio to talk to you. You set out on this mission some time ago, well, 31 months ago, and so far you've traveled to 39 countries with your trustworthy and reliable friend, your guitar and music. And on this particular casing, you have got all the badges or flags of all the countries you've been to. It's so interesting to know that you have set out with this inspirational message of hope, you say.
Yeah, hope. Right.
What really drives you to do this all on your own account, your own money, your own time?
Like what I said, like everyone have a dream in life, correct? Like for example, you have your own dream and I have my own dream. My dream was like very simple. I just wanted to fly. I wanted to just take a fly because since small, I've seen many people they go abroad and they share their traveling stories to me, and my parents couldn't even afford that. So I was telling God, if you can God, if you can really answer my prayer and bring me to one country to play music, that would be the greatest thing ever. But then it does not happen, and after a while, what happened was, when I was 19 years old, what happened is suddenly, one day, I completely lost my left side hearing actually.
Just like that?
Just like that, yeah. So it just happened overnight. When I slept, and then the next day I couldn't.
You slept normally?
I just slept normally and everything, without any symptoms also actually. And what happened is that the next day I woke up, I couldn't hear anything. And it's not only I couldn't hear anything, I couldn't get up from my bed. So I was thinking, what happened to me and everything. And when I got the checks and everything, they told me that you have just lost your hearing abilities. And then because of that, it took me about
just one side.
Yeah, on my left hand side actually. Yeah. So because of that, I started. It took me about 1 week to recover from that, to stand back, to walk like a normal person. And at that point, people who were supposed to encourage me, they discouraged me actually. They said that, oh, you did something and that's why God punishing you, and they threw all negative comments on me instead of encouraging me to be back. And at that point, I started feeling discouraged, and I started being alone actually, being an antisocial guy. Even though there's a lot of people around me, I'll tend to keep quiet because I felt that I couldn't hear one ear, that weakness in me. So I sensed that weakness in me, and that was the biggest thing I had, the biggest fear in my life actually.
So what was the turning point?
So the turning point is I was running away from everyone, but then I realized that no, at one point I realized that no, I should stop running away, and I should, not to say live with it, but I should overcome it actually. I should overcome it, and I should continue to stop whatever I stopped my guitar instrument and I couldn't hear anything. I know I should start picking this back up, and I should be inspirational to many other people out there who have these kind of problems. So that actually brought all this journey actually. With my only motive was to meet people, to say that hey, if I can do this, you can do greater than me. That was the only message that I had in my life actually, to shout to people actually.
I think you've done that amazingly well across 39 countries so far, and you've still got many countries to go.
Yep.
In about 2 weeks you're off to Dubai and the Netherlands and Iceland.
Yeah.
So that's another 3 ticks on your list. What is your ultimate goal by doing this? What would you want to achieve at the end of the
that
day?
was a good question. Actually, when I started my first country in Myanmar and so on.
So you have been to Myanmar?
Yeah, I've been to Myanmar. This is a beautiful country.
Where is that on the casing?
It's over here. Yeah.
There you go. Right here.
Okay, so when I started my first country, I told my mom I'm going to Myanmar, and I think they were shocked. In fact, then they asked me like, where is it Myanmar, because my mom is not geographically good and everything. And I told her I'm going there to play for music, and they asked me how long are you going there, and I just said it's for 3 days. And they said, don't you feel that you're wasting your money and by doing all this? And I was thinking, at one point I thought of waste. Yeah, it sounds like a waste of money. But then when I started my first country, literally my second country came by the way, and I got another country from there. And then I got another country, and where people started connecting me, hey, why not you come to this country? And then why not you come to this country? So at the first, and when I started the point, I did not have the intention to travel this much countries actually. Then it just came out like a next country. So I was thinking it's a coincidence. Maybe the first 5 countries you can say it's a coincidence, but then after that, every single month I believe God has been like opening doors to travel and so on.
Fantastic.
And also the connections just came like that. And for example, I know this particular person in this country, and then that particular person will say, hey, you know what, Jeshurun, you want to go to this country, let me know, I will help someone from you there. And then when I go to that country, someone will connect me with the next country, and that's where it literally come to 39 countries as of now.
That's
actually.
right. It sounds like a dream come true. I'm sure many others out there will wonder, well, when will I get an opportunity to do that? But you are still very much having a full-time job, and you fund the entire, all your journeys, all your travels on your own.
Yeah, and I'll just share with you 3 rules that I took for this entire journey. Which is, first rule is not to take any funds from people, where I'm not supposed to ask for funds from people. Hey, I need this kind of sponsors and everything. No, I'm not supposed to do that. And second is, I'm not supposed to create sympathies to show all I'm not doing good and everything, where people come and fund me. I'm not supposed to do that. And third, whatever money I have, that is the only money I need to take and go. For example, I've been to Europe, France with only 52 euros. Can you believe that?
No, I don't believe that, because how did you manage that?
But then I also believe God has been amazing. God opened doors where families, where people come and pick me from the airport. I stay with local people, and sometimes I don't have that thing to spend anything there, because my food and accommodation are provided where I stay with local people over there, and everything is fine. And I come back with that money and I invest it in the next ticket and so on.
I would like to say the simple life, but this is anything but the simple life. The fact that you're jet setting across the globe. We were talking earlier about your ultimate goal and your ultimate wish by doing this.
Yeah. So sorry. But my ultimate goal is like to reach out as much as possible. Actually, I wouldn't know if I'll travel all the countries in the world, but I believe if there is an opportunity to do so, I like to go on and to inspire people around the world, where certain countries really need inspirational like this, where certain countries, so if I can go there and like plant the message of hope to people with what happened in my life, that would be my ultimate goal, actually.
And I think you have reached those goals to some extent, because you've said that people have come forward to provide you with the funds to offer their help without you even asking, and say, continue this journey, continue doing the work. So what happens when you land in a country? What do you do with your guitar? Where do you go, and who exactly do you target to play your music to? So
that's interesting. So in most of the countries, I have a contact person there. So you won't believe me that to meet this contact person is so interesting. Sometimes they give me a picture, I need to like walk in like a James Bond and find the person over there and so on. And some contact point they don't come on time, so I'll get lost there and I need to borrow someone's phone and call them, actually. Yeah, so these contact person are where I get connected through a previous contact, or I find it by Facebook or internet and so on. These people arrange my schedule over there. So I might sometimes I perform in streets. I've also performed in schools, where I go to meet the students and inspire them. I also perform 1 or 2 times in churches as well, and go on, and there's few other places like
schools as well, to kids, to
inspire them. That was the best, I think. In Kyrgyzstan, actually, I went to that school. It's called Hope School, and even the name is Hope. So I went to give them a bit of hope kind of message over there, actually.
That's right. Of all the countries you've been to, which one has been the most memorable, whether good or bad?
I think that there's a lot. I think each country has its own tale. Like I was telling that this particular country, Macau, I got lost, actually. I got lost. Lost in terms of I missed the bus, the stop where I supposed to get on, and I literally went to the border of China, and it took me about 15 minutes because of language barrier to know where am I, actually.
That's right.
And but somehow I did not get scared or anything. That's the thing. I did not fear of all this. I decided to I can do it, and I believe God with me, and then I just find my way back to meet my contact point, and I did, actually.
Step by step, and one foot forward, of the other, you have walked to 39 countries, literally. In other words, what is in your pocket when you're traveling? How do you communicate with the locals?
Okay. The thing in my rules of traveling is the more lesser things you take, the more lesser your responsibility. So I actually backpack, actually, even though it's 1 week, I just take few clothes, my guitar and my gadgets, and I have like certain tools, actually, like for example my phone, where I can use Google Translate or some kind of voice note translation to communicate with locals there, so I don't get lost, actually. Because honestly, I tell you, I've been at a point where I need to direct them. I need to show their hand, like those ancient time days. You need to show their hand kind of things.
Use some code language.
Right.
Overall, from all your travels, what have you learned about people and about the world out there?
Actually, there is many good people out there, because like certain countries, people say, hey, you're going there and there's a scary country, and how do you...
because you would think about the danger and safety issues.
Correct. But when I was there, I can describe it by love, actually. Love and hospitality of the people is so amazing. I don't feel like I'm at home. Sometimes I don't even. There was once I did not even tell my mom where am I, actually. I did not even call home because.
Oops, is mom watching today?
So I just felt that I was at home because I stayed with people and they took care of me. They showed me their love, their hospitality. So that's amazing thing I can see from all the countries and all the peoples actually.
What do you believe about music that sends a message of hope and inspiration to people?
So actually music attracts people and where people who like depressed or everything, so I attract them with certain music and instrumentals that I play, and when they come towards me and then I just show them, I share my story to them. So yeah, music is a tool of attraction where you can spread out good kind of message, positive message, encouragement message to many other people actually. Yeah.
Jeshurun, you're young, you're 29 years old, 39 countries in 31 months. That is just the beginning for you. What would you like to say about or rather to the youth of the country who, you know, are very much struggling with so many issues that we read about in media all the time, whether it's work pressure, family, you know, trying to just keep it all together. And then you have someone like you traveling the world, playing music while still holding a full-time job. Talk about time management and balance. You seem to be the perfect example of that.
I'll just like to say this: your life is the most beautiful thing ever. Actually, when you wake up in the morning, there were many people who wouldn't even get that one day. Actually, we tend to feel that, oh, when I wake up in the morning, I need to go work, I need to do this and everything. But when you wake up in the morning, that's the most beautiful thing. Actually, when you have your own dreams, you have your own goals, you should work for it. Because at the end of the day, I saw many people in their life and towards their 50s they come and told me, I once had a dream like this, but I decided not to take the risk, and there's many factors that I could not achieve it. And I took that as a challenge. I have a dream, I have a goal, I should work for it. So whatever the challenge, circumstances is, because you know, when we travel when the currency is low and when you need to fund more monies and everything, yes, there is many challenge on that, but I would like to encourage you. You can overcome the challenge. Actually, we are born human to overcome challenges actually. So I believe that each of us are born as overcomers to overcome challenge. So regardless of your goal or regardless of youth or whatever age you are, you have a special ability that I believe God has planted in your life. You can use that to be an inspiration to many other people.
I think you are the biggest inspiration to the people. It seems that you've grabbed life by the horns and you are just in for that fantastic ride. So no regrets, you're very happy with what you're doing?
Yes, obviously, because if not, I wouldn't be here actually. It's such, because when I took the first step, I believe step of faith actually, to go to that first country where people told me you are doing something crazy and all the words that I got. But then literally after being these 39 countries here, it actually pays off. When I believe that if one people can look, my story can inspire one person, that will be the biggest ever thing actually. And in fact, I believe I did actually. So there's no regrets actually, and yeah, there's more things to come actually. Yeah.
More things to come. Well, if you would like to follow Jeshurun on his journey, you can of course like his Facebook page, Jeshurun Vincent, on Facebook. And also, if you'd like to find out more about the music that you're doing as well, we've got some pictures of you on your travels, and we're going to have a look about that on the screen very soon. But you also have a book, you say, that you want to write.
Yeah, I wanted to finish,
and an album that you want to do.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
The book that I intend to write was like, many people has been like encouraging me, or sort of like my mentor has been like pushing me, hey, you need to write this, because the reason is because of they want to know what exactly happened actually. How did you meet your contact point? What happened actually? Step by step, they wanted to know.
Yeah, because all these questions, and I have them too for you. But yes.
So I wanted to actually write what happened actually. Of course, I couldn't finish all the thing in the same book, but probably write it like a half book, part 1 and part 2 and so on like that.
That's right. But you probably need a couple of parts.
Yeah.
All the countries there. This is you in a TV interview as well.
Yeah.
In the Maldives, was that?
No, that was in Astro Malaysia.
Astro Malaysia. Okay.
And this was the local radio channel in Mindanao.
And you also had press coverage in the Maldives.
In Maldives, yeah, I had an opportunity to my article was written there. I also got opportunity to share in Channel 13, which is the president of Maldives TV station actually.
That's right. And there earlier picture we saw you in Paris, where you went off for just a weekend.
Weekend trip, yeah. I left. You won't believe me that even my office colleagues was thinking I was joking. They thought like, hey, I thought you were going to the Paris shop or something here, and until they saw me with the bag, yeah. Because I left Friday after work and I was back on Monday night.
Amazing. So how long did you spend in the city itself?
I reached Saturday morning and I left Monday morning in Paris.
Amazing.
but I did things that people did in like a few days to do. I did it in the 2 days
covered
actually.
it all. So do you think you might add a partner to your travels, or is this going to be a solo effort?
Actually, honestly, I prefer traveling alone because of the risk and everything. Because I don't want to, because certain countries, because in these 39 countries, the people I made is awesome and everything. So I don't want to risk anyone's life in case. But I prefer traveling alone actually.
Sometimes it's easier that way.
And
So what does 2017 have in store for you? Or rather, I won't ask you what you want in store for 2017. What do you think the year has in store for you?
I believe more greater things to come. And I just describe it in one word. The best is yet to come actually.
The best is yet to come.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic note to start the year with as well. And you have done incredibly well. It's really inspirational and amazing. You make me wanna grab my bag and go on my travels as well. Before I let you go, Jeshurun, what would you like to say to all our viewers across the nation?
Don't worry about your life. Don't worry about the difficulties. Yes, everyone has difficulties in life and so on. But the thing is, you have continue to say, I'm going to be a better person today. Your biggest challenge is not whatever people around you, it's yourself actually. If you say I can do it, I can overcome it, and you can do it. And I just end with this small quote actually. When you do the possible, God can do the impossible in your life.
Amazing.
That's the thing. Yeah.
The possible and the impossible. Well, that's all the time we have on the show. We hope that you have enjoyed watching us. Thank you so much, and keep it locked onto Bernama News channel for more. Thank you so much, Jeshurun.